Alright, so we're here, we're going to do a little review. We just finished our wheat beer video. We're going to do a quick little review, two of us. Totally honest, Chris isn't going to lie because he was here for one of the beers, so it sucks, it's totally his fault. And,
just one.
Yeah, just one. If the other one sucks, it's my fault, but if both of them suck, one of them's his fault. So, I wanted to show you guys, I got new jeans. Thanks to my 59 views on my last video, I was able to buy a new pair of jeans. My 83 subscribers, super helpful. Basically $1 million a year right now.
YouTube money.
Yeah, money, hashtag money. So on our right here, we got our New England Pale Ale. With our little Reaction Brewing logo on the front. It's a little darker than I liked it, or than I wanted it to end up, but if you look at it, if you guys can see it from there, it's actually lightening up to get a nice orange finish to it. I mean, would you call it orange? It's darker than orange juice, maybe like
it's a light ambery.
Yeah, like a light amber. Head's good. I mean, we filled these upstairs. You can still see there's head on them. So we'll take a little sniff. So my hands kind of smell like grains and hops, but you get, I don't know, light fruity, not quite as bad, not quite as fruity as the last IPA we did.
It's very citrusy,
but still very citrusy. Let's take a little taste. You get, to me, more malt than a normal pale ale, like a more biscuit than a normal pale ale.
Yep.
So,
it's fresh.
Yeah, still very fresh, refreshing, easy to drink. We had a guy that hates pale ales, IPAs here tonight for this brew video. Actually like this, but it does have a list at the end of this. You guys will be able to see the videos where we made this, and I'll actually list the recipes in the video descriptions now that we can taste it. But it's a little bit more malty than a normal pale ale. So, be honest with you there, if you don't like a malty flavor, a biscuity flavor, you're not going to want to follow this recipe. If you do, more so than just 2-row, this is a good recipe. I mean, you think it's good?
Yeah, it's also light though. It's malty, but it's light. It's not a heavy, heavy beer, so yeah.
Like you could drink, middle of summer, I mean, you could drink this all day.
Yeah.
You'd be hammered drunk, but you could drink it all day.
Depending on your qualifications.
Yeah, you're not going to want to drink it first because it's definitely, Chris has already had the IPA, so you can't beat around the bush there. This is the end of the brew night, so we've obviously had multiple beers. But this versus the IPA, I would say this is almost hoppier than the IPA.
It's close, yeah.
And it has quite a bit less hops in it, but it is very hoppy. So if you follow my exact recipe, get ready for something that's hoppy. I'm not sure if it classifies it as an pale ale, an IPA. That's not.
Could be an extra pale ale.
Yeah, it could be an extra. It could be a double pale ale, right? Maybe we made a new class of a double pale ale.
Yep.
I don't really know what classifies a beer as a pale ale versus an IPA, but it's a freaking good beer regardless. If you want to follow the recipe, it's something I came up with. We brewed it out, it worked great. So I'll post it up. You guys want to follow it, that's up to you. If you don't want to follow it, cool. If you guys think it sucks, it's donkey dick beer, that's fine with me too. We're going to drink the balls out of it, so
cheers.
Yeah, donkey dick here. Donkey dick cheers.
There it is.
So now we've got New England Pale Ale. This was our last brew video. This turned out basically the color I wanted it. Would you say it's very pulpy orange juice?
It's orangey.
It's like a very pulpy orange juice. If you guys can't see it from here, sorry we don't have anybody working the camera. And we can see it zoomed in on my face because I'm better looking than Chris.
Wow, you know.
So,
it's much orangier than the...
Yeah, it's much orangier than... So, here, hold it up. Kind of hard to see in the video, but the pale ale is a little bit darker, which It should be. I mean, a pale ale should be darker than an IPA, right? Or I mean, most pale ales are darker than an IPA that I drink.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. You guys already know I don't know how to brew beer, so maybe I'm stupid and I don't know how to taste beer either. So, anyways, you got an appearance on it. It's very orange juice looking. It's definitely hazy. Not a lot of shrub in the bottom of the cup. So let's take a sniff. It's very citrusy. Not fill the room citrus like our Julius clone beer was, but I mean, seriously, it's super juicy smelling.
Yeah, it's very.
For Michigan, we're based in Michigan. This is going to be, and I mean, we've had a few New England IPA style beers here in Michigan. This to me is the most authentic, which I've had some Treehouse and the other one that's out there. You guys freaking know, you're from the internet. You guys know everything. So, but I haven't had a lot, but I've had a couple, so I can definitely relate. I actually have one of each of these out to Maine right now for a taste test from a guy that's done like 2,500 reviews of beers, so I'll report back with that also. But anyway, let's get back to the real thing here. We've got ball sack to taste of a guy that doesn't know how to brew anything. So cheers.
Cheers.
So the IBUs to me are definitely higher.
Definitely higher.
It's got a little bit more bitterness.
It's almost a lighter body than the pale ale.
It is, but it's actually more alcohol percentage.
Yeah. So the hops definitely kicked over to lighten that up.
Yep. So this had Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo, plus the grain bill was split 50-50 between Two Row and Maris Otter. So legitimately, this one to this one should have more maltiness from the Maris Otter, because this was completely Two Row based. So, but you don't get it.
That just shows you how much the hops play into it.
Yeah. So, and when you want to hop. So we hopped at High Crossin, 3.5 days in, I hopped the balls out of this thing. I did not dump what was in it, I just hopped the balls out of it with 6 ounces, I think, of Mosaic, 6 ounces of Amarillo, 6 ounces of Citra. Spread them out, hopped the balls out of it, let it go. I think we fermented, what was it, what did I tell you, 10 days? 10 days when I kegged it? Because I know it was early. And we were both actually surprised because I texted him and I was like, dude, it's freaking done.
You hopped up quick.
And I let it go an extra day just to check, and we didn't gain any gravity. I wanted to keg it before it got too dry, and we kegged it at 1.1013.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like 1.013, 1.012, right in there. It ended up about a 6% beer, so it's actually really good. If you guys, I got it. It's hard to say. He had the old, the Julius clone beer and this beer. To me, they both play their own role, right? So you pour the Julius clone, and I gave you a bottle of it, didn't I?
Yeah.
So it's hard, it's different if it's coming out of the bottle, you know, it could be oxygenated, it could be this, it could be that.
I'm digging this one though.
Seriously, this is good. But the other one would smell up a room with hops, where this one does not. I'll be straight honest with you guys, this one does not smell up a room with hops, but you get them all when you drink it.
Yeah.
And if you got guys that aren't into like American IPAs and all that kind of stuff, this is going to be an easy transition because it's sweet with the bitterness.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not over hopped.
Right, it's not like you're getting, like if you guys have ever had Alaskan Hop Thermia, you had a lot of Hop Thermia.
Yep.
It's really good. APA,
face.
yeah, IPA, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely in your face with hops.
Yeah.
This, on the other hand, has tons of sweetness behind it, so you're not getting the bitterness. I kept the bittering hops the same, but I upped the volume of the batch. so the IBUs were lower. I believe this was like 70 or 65 IBUs. So the IBUs were down, but then you just whirlpool and dry hop the balls out of it. So it gets you get the hop flavor without the bitterness. It's a super solid recipe. You guys want to try out a solid recipe that nobody else is doing. This is custom. This is as custom as it gets. This was not following anybody. Hop schedule was not following anybody. Grains were not following anybody. You guys want to try a custom New England IPA style out of Michigan, follow this guy up. It's a good beer. We'll see you in a few weeks. This is actually a beer I don't want to post a recipe to, hold it tight, but we will post a recipe for you guys to see. So cheers. Cheers, Chris. He's got to just nipple suck his last little drink. So we'll see you guys in a few weeks when we brew our next beer. And maybe I'll get a new pair of jeans if you guys watch this enough.
And keep an eye out for the blood orange.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a couple weeks with the blood orange. So Chris, give him a little holler. Peace out. Later, bros.